Fortunately, the guarantee of peace in our country na chop and mimbo. Ochong San Francis Chu Balingwa Ayunga. Let's pray for more food and mimbo. Nilo de New York. Crayon pour la nourriture et la boisson. Hey! Haba! 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 Volez-moi!
So thank you so much. When you join, you share extensively. We are going to share a very serious dream with you, a very crucial dream. We are going to share a lot of things with you. So if you come up, you join, you share, you invite, and you continuously type free our leaders. And you know, we want all of you to put your hands on deck, because this is the time when we have won the fight. And this is the time when we have seen the handwriting on the wall, until people will begin to dream, and their dreams will be very real, they'll be very systematic. And you begin to wonder that how did these people get this kind of dream? I know a lot of you were enjoying this particular piece of music, and you know, everybody will be wondering like, oh my goodness, this is indeed New Year is coming and everything is coming back. You know, we are actually very happy because we see the progress, the initiative, we see all the good things that, you know, are happening in our revolution, and we only want to thank God. We can only trust God, that it can only be God to see what is happening right now. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to call all of you who are watching at this moment to share extensively, and to always remember that for one thing, there is God, and without God, we will be nothing. And it is very primordial because today I'm going to be talking a lot of things, you know, and this live show is going to extend for probably an hour or so, but it's going to be straight to the point. And we want to thank one of our men of God who had this very great insight about our leaders in jail. And we want everybody to take this seriously. And so I think the time is now or never. And any leader who thinks that this issue is a joke, I think they had better begin to think and look for another means of trying to fool themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, I must tell you with all sincerity, with all honesty, that you know the game is done and dusted, and it is game over once more for La République du Cameroon. You know, so I want you all to ensure that you trust this strategy, you trust everything that is God's, because you know we must say this very seriously. You know, we are supposed to be together. We're supposed to be unanimous about our decision on the things, the way we feel about our leaders. And if you want to come online to mention Sisiku's name, or to do a couple of things, or to say you pray for Sisiku, you have to understand the necessity of your tongue and exactly the kind of things you propagate, because for the longest time we have seen a lot of people have tried to minimize his leadership and all of those. Today we're also going to talk about the American embassy in the US, rather the Cameroon embassy, La République embassy in the USA, and how they have been evicted, and how they are trying to do a cleanup campaign of their dirty image, because we actually picked up that news. We also want to send a kind of thank you message to a brother and friend Tapang, and to also pin some points on some technical, I call it technical congratulatory message to Dr. Cho Ayaba, and to any other person who cares to bother about the good things that can come out from this revolution. You know, it is going to be a very special live show today, and we're going to start very vividly. I know a lot of us all will be joining, and we want to start this show when we have at least 1,000 people watching. We're almost there. In the next 1 minute, we'll be there. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, I'm happy that you'll be joining us. And just to let you know that this is an integral part, and it's one of the shows that we want to use in entering 2019 with a lot of strength and momentum, because it's essentially for these reasons why we remain very anxious about what will happen to our leaders, our detainees, and all of those people that have been that are left out there in the dungeons in La République du Cameroon. Fellow Southern Cameroonians, I want to salute your very strong, your resolve, especially in the protection of our revolution. We have seen basically everything that you can imagine that every Southern Cameroonian can see. So in the next 2 minutes maximum, we're going to start this show and we'll put the message out there very powerfully. We will start and we'll end with the message concerning Sisiku. And I also want people to know that each time when somebody writes something, people should read. I'm a journalist and I have the way I write, and I write based on my inspiration and the aspiration of the people and based on my sources. And we want to be explaining a lot of things tonight for those of you watching in La République du Cameroon, in Southern Cameroons and other places. So this is the opportunity for us all to ensure that we stay committed. You can share this link to all WhatsApp forums so that we have everybody comes on, because it is very important for us all to have our acts together at this juncture. So we're almost 1K, and we hope to get to that so that everybody's going to get this message. We also want all, this platform is very open. We want all the fake profiles to, ensure that they have a space to talk here, because that is the very undiluted, unparalleled policy of this platform, where we give room for everybody to communicate their views and without fear or favor. So that is the idea, and our point remains very straightforward, because we understand that everybody who is a Southern Cameroonian has a right to partake in the decision making of platforms like this that represent the people. Reason why we have not restricted our comments, because we should be serving the people, not the other way around. So we are going to start this edition today with, this issue from the American Embassy before we move out to other very pertinent issues. The Cameroon Embassy in the USA, because this is a very strategic news. I've seen that La République du Cameroon is doing everything within their power. They have shown some funny building that they are renovating, and they said that, they have not kicked them out. I want to start now. And I'll start with a lot of facts from the Cameroon Embassy here in Washington, D.C. This is my area. I live in the DMV area. But DMV area means Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, So that's why you have D for Washington, D.C., M for Maryland, and V for Virginia. So they're interwoven. And, of course, there's Delaware just an hour away, all states that are very interwoven. So I live in this area, and I must tell the Cameroon ambassador to La République ambassador to the United States that the one unfortunate thing about me is that when I put news out there, I put it with my head. I can give my head as a bait, and that is why I want to do that same thing today. And for those of you who do not understand what is going on, I have seen some people forwarding some bullshit on WhatsApp groups saying that this is where I'm starting. I'm starting with the Cameroon La République Embassy to the United States. I still maintain the undiluted news that they have been kicked out, been evicted from the building where they are hosting the embassy. And I just want us to get this very clearly. You know that in life, what remains very important is your ability to hold to power, strength. I just played Afuakom. Unfortunately, I could not play all of his music. And he says in one of his tracks that credibility is not sold in the market. Credibility is never sold in the market. You remember that some time ago, we had Joseph Bienvenu Charles Fue Atangana, who was the La République ambassador to Washington, D.C., to the United States, who was sacked. And they brought this other gentleman who has come now, is messing up, and we will not want to laugh, because a lot of these people do not understand what is going on. And when you see issues that are going on, And the government of La République du Cameroon thinks that they can play us around because we do not know what is happening. We look and laugh because we have our inside sources. I have been briefed right from Yaoundé inside the presidency about the situation and other sources, and I want to challenge this gentleman who has just come, and he's here. Probably he thinks that I'm just going to pull out this strategic information. And for those of you who do not know, I want to challenge Henry Etundi Esomba, the new La République ambassador. No, listen, I was talking about creativity and creativity, not credibility. Thank you so much. God bless you for the correction. Sometimes when you talk like this, I was just replying to somebody's comment. So if you're watching elsewhere, don't get confused. So I want to challenge Henry Etundi Esomba, who is the new La République ambassador to the United States, who was transferred from Israel and brought here. I want to challenge him that I'm in DC. My name is Eric Tataw. That's my initial. My name is Eric Tataw. My initial is ET. That is what I bear at the level of my job site, my social security. Everything is ET. That is how I'm called, where I sign my checks and everything. This is not a personal thing. I just want us to challenge these people, these La République people. Mr. Ambassador Henry Etundi Esomba, if you think that I'm lying, that they have not evicted La République du Cameroon from their building in the United States, please take me to court for defamation. I will go. This is Eric Tataw talking. I will go and I will be clear. And let me just give some further details about what is going on for people who care to know about this. This is an open challenge. I am here as a Southern Cameroonian. I'm not afraid. At any time, my name is there. Eric Tataw, you pull it out, anywhere is there. So this is not a joke. If the government of Mr. Probia thinks that I've disgraced them enough, I've lied, that they have not evicted them from the building that they are occupying presently, let them take me to court here in the United States. I stay in the DMV area, so the embassy has jurisdiction to take me to any court, either in Maryland, in Washington, D.C., even in Virginia, anywhere. I stay here, and you have the right. All of us are in the U.S. Why are you afraid to take me to court? Now, the embassy has been evicted. I want to give you these few details that I jotted when I was talking with my sources, so that the ambassador should know that I know what I'm talking about. You have some hood girls in the embassy there. You have Kati Ngongo, who is working at the reception, who is the daughter of the present Secretary General in La République du Cameroon, Ferdinand Ngongo. The daughter is there, Kati Ngongo, who is actually there, and he works there. He's rude. They have, disturbed people. Let me tell the ambassador, Mr. Esomba Etundi, something that he doesn't know about Eric Tataw. I'm happy because we have the facts, and each time we come out there to put it to them, they think that we are joking. Now, let me get this very important message to all of you out there who care to know. You have Ferdinand Ngongo's daughter, Kati Ngongo, who is working out there, is very rude, and a lot of people are complaining. People have complained to me. Many people try to use that embassy. They say Ngongo's daughter is rude. They will send back their documents because of yellow fever. They make many people to miss their flight. Many people pay more money. So let me be very straightforward with La République du Cameroon. I'm challenging them to come and sue me in USA. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Now, let me go to the other point that they don't know. You have the daughter of the former ambassador that I just read his name, Fue Atangana. The daughter is there. They call her Nadesh Fue. That's her name. I'm just giving details. They call her Nadesh Fue, and she's also very rude. She's at the secretariat. She's the secretary of the ambassador, of the present ambassador. She's Henry Etundi's ambassador. And when I look them, they try to, I have the details with me, because normally we don't want to talk about a lot of things, but La République thinks that we are joking. When we say we are drowning that country, we are not joking. We are not joking about it. We have the message. We have the strength. And we have the context. Now, let me be clear with all of you. Let me be very clear with all of you people who don't know. La République du Cameroon is a fair state. I was at the level of Nadesh Fue, the daughter of the former ambassador. There is also the other one they call Paulette Fue is still the ambassador's daughter. She too is at the reception with Katin Gongo. Those are the people who are there, who are out there. They are working and disturbing everybody from doing anything in that embassy. And so now they can go into the Guinness Book of Record for their rudeness. Now let me get to the crux of the matter about the embassy here in Washington DC. La République, you know, for over 5 years now, the embassy has been moving up and down. They have not had any clear space. And I'm just going to put this detail out there. As we speak, ladies and gentlemen, let me get it very clearly, and so that everybody would understand what I'm trying to talk about. Okay, I think this is what I was looking for. I've had it. You know, formally, the embassy, as we speak, the embassy is located at 3007 Tilden Street in Washington, D.C. The zip code is 2002. That's 2008. That's the zip code. And this is where they have been evicted because were not renovating the structure. These are the reasons. They were not renovating the structure. They were doing things anyhow. And they have asked them to leave because Harvard University, you know, formally, you know, you see, let me tell you something about La République du Cameroon. We, as activists, we have a lot of information that we probably would, if we put them out there, they're going to go mad. Now, La République du Cameroon was, first of all, I want to inform you that they were evicted, you know, by the Harvard University from Wisconsin. That was the first place, the Wisconsin Avenue there in Washington, D.C. They were removed from there by Harvard University. They have come now, they moved now to Tilden Street, and they have still been evicted. They removed them from there. You go there, you see, they have their things packed one area. If it's a lie, ambassador, go and sue me. I'm Eric Tataw. Go and sue me. You go carry people who know nothing, your family members, your daughters, your sisters, you come and pack in there in the embassy. After all, it's not our business because we are no longer in La République du Cameroon. Now, this is the ironic thing, and you see what's going to happen. Let me be clear with you people. In the days ahead, probably this January that is coming, now because they have driven them, they have evicted them, what has happened? La République du Cameroon started with, they started the embassy space at 2349 Massachusetts Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C. And that was the old embassy, where that's the embassy that Major Ijo bought since the 1960s. Paul Biya has never done anything. And the other man who left, that's why they fired him. Fue Atangana, the other man who left, he embezzled all the money meant for renovation, and that house was standing there. So they have driven them, all of them, they have driven them, and now what are they doing? They are now struggling to renovate this other embassy, 2349 Massachusetts Avenue. For those of you who doubt it, this is opposite the Ivorian, this Massachusetts Avenue is opposite the Ivorian embassy. And in the days ahead, La République will want to be transferring there because they have, you know, they have driven them out from the present embassy. So, let us be clear. When you see a government trying to protect their mess, imagine a government having an embassy and they have driven them, they have evicted them, and they come and say, oh, Eric Tataw, forget that thing, La République is under, the embassy is under renovation. Who cares if you are renovating? So you want to start renovating by today? So ladies and gentlemen, that is the story, and that is it. And I have said it that if La République think that any of the things I have read in this, on this page, this piece of paper, is a lie. I tweeted it. I did not put it on Facebook first. I tweeted it where everybody listens to it. I tweeted it where I'm followed by US congressmen. I tweeted it. I put it on Twitter first before I brought it to Facebook to tell them that I'm not afraid. Any judge in the United States, they can use this video for proof that I still came and repeated it. That they have been asked to quit. In fact, they have been evicted. They have no office space as we speak. So they will wait until they will renovate Massachusetts Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C., and of course, opposite the Ivorian Embassy. If you think that I'm doubting, in the days ahead, you see what is going to happen. They're going to transfer there, and they'll send invitation that they are going to their new embassy space. That is an old space that was bought by Major Ijo since 1960s, and now they are trying to renovate it. So, it is done. Let them challenge me with a lawsuit. I'll go there anytime and attend to it. What nonsense. C'est La République du Cameroun. La République du quoi? That is their business, by the way. Now, let us go to other important things about this revolution. I will end with the message, the Sisiku message. And get me very clearly, I did not I said we have received a message from a breaking news from our leaders. And I did not say that we received any news from Sisiku. So nobody should misquote me. Now, without said, let me now get to the other, because this is in 3 stages. I'll end Sisiku because I want to announce the time, the venue of the event that we're going to have here. Now, we want to talk some other important things in this revolution. These are the things. Now, we have seen our brother and friend. I call him a brother and friend without bias. I want us to remember one thing, that, the issue here is that a lot of people do not understand what is going on. Let us be clear with many of us, and this is the situation. I'll just pull out something really quick, Okay. Now, a lot of people do not understand what's going on. I have read and I've seen some people, after my brother Tapang openly call for unity, which is a huge step. But, the truth is that you can be skeptical about people when they call for unity and when they apologize. But I have a philosophy as an activist. My mind is focused on what I believe in. And I believe in what I know is the truth, and believe generally in what the people understand. Now, you must have read about this great prophet in the Bible, this preacher they call Jonah. And you are familiar with the story of Jonah and the whale. And let me make you to understand something that you don't know. You see, Jonah got to his destination because God will choose the way you get to where God wants you to go to. Listen, you can describe to me, I'm not romancing with Tapang. All people, you not expect that you come and talk good about Tapang again. But I am not talking good about Tapang. I'm standing in the gap, in the position of somebody who has come out there and apologized. Let me tell you something. I want you to get this. This is 2018 and everybody is moving to a different level. I said in my audio today that in fact, I said before that there is unity, that any other thing is superficial. And some people can say it's because of this that Tapang came and apologized, or because of that. I'm not looking at any reason why Tapang came and apologized. I'm looking at the apology. That is what is important to me. Because once we stay firm, we are going to destroy the Republic. Apologizing is a strength. And that's what I told my brother Tapang yesterday when we spoke. He made me so proud by posting that on Facebook. Tapang has never done it for the longest time you can imagine. And we must accept from our hearts. Because apology is a rare thing. But it's the strongest weapon that anybody has. We're on a live call yesterday with Mark Bareta, Yannick Sikot, Tapang, and many other persons. I don't think Tapang is not pretending. If he's pretending, we will know. But to me, all of you Ambazonians must get out from that bondage. We must move away from that cocoon of docility. Listen, my brother Clovis, and all of you, Tapang has never asked you to forgive him. But he has written on his wall, and he has even done an audio, if I'm not mistaken. I said, and he said he's sorry that we cannot progress without unity. The same thing we have always said. Tapang is the best man ever now, because he has come out as one person after Eric Tataw, after Mark Bareta, to say, I'm sorry. Listen, you cannot say that why did Jonah allow himself to be swallowed by a fish before he got to his destination when God wanted him to go. That is not important. The most important thing is that he got to his destination. Whatever is the reason that is pushing our brother to apologize, I'm not looking at any of those things. I trust the fact that when somebody comes out and say, I'm sorry, if you are a true human being, my brothers, for the first time, listen, you have to be careful with anybody. Everybody should be careful with anybody. But accepting that this person has shown concern, considerable concern, is necessary. I will talk to my brother to open his Facebook page. I told him yesterday that, look, my brother, you are a communicator. Look at the comments. Read the feedback from the people. And then you understand. And he says, no, it is true, bro. We're there with Mark. Tapang is remorseful. And I want all of you Ambazonians to intercede on our behalves. All of us have wronged each other. This is no romance. I'm still going to use the opportunity to pass other messages to Comrade Cho Ayaba and the other people who are still standing on the fence of unity. Let me tell you something. Just as my brother Prince Font Kervin is talking here, everything happens for a reason. You know, I want you people to always know one thing. I was called a prodigal son. I was insulted. And I gave it a long time and I burst out again. But I said that there's going to be unity and there's unity. And this is the time. If you trust this revolution and you are for this revolution, brothers and sisters, this is the time for every southern Cameroonian to take the lead and follow the challenge of Tapang Tanku, whether you trust it or not. You might not want, you are not God to decide who apologizes. When I also apologize, some people of the ADF, they also said the same thing. Even though I didn't do nothing. My brother, we as a people, we must have a heart of tolerance. Tapang might have blocked everybody. He's going to open up everybody. I said to my brother Tapang, to Mark and Yannick Sikot yesterday, we were on a conference call. And I said, bro, you have wronged people. Go out, apologize. That is the strength that you have. See, we are all sorry for everything we have done. To me, I stand in a position where I will ensure that I stand in the gap for the Ambazonian people. Now, even when we try to see that all these things come in order, you have the other camp like Dr. Cho Ayaba, who has multiplied conspiracy theories and have brought a new word, that agent provocateur, referring to Eric Tataw. I always have the opportunity to address all these people that from 5th January, there will be no space for any leader, any so-called leader who does not want to unite. Tapang has taken the move. In fact, I can advise Tapang that resign from ADF. It is not necessary. That's what I told Mark and the rest yesterday, Yannick Sikot. I told them that stand on the gap. Be an independentist in terms of your activism. Let me make it very clear to you people. We will not romance with anybody, but we will accept people based on their disposition. Let me tell you one thing. We are not talking about the fact that why we have to collaborate or not. We have no choice at this juncture. Now, let me go to these very important issues. You have listened to all these audios done by these people of the ADF and the AGC. I want to address them and give them another concrete warning. As you come, we're going to take you. I've said it that every Tataw will not go to any of them anymore for any reconciliation, for any apology. All of them, from Dr. Cho Ayaba to the other one they call Benedict Kwa, to all of you of the AGC and ADF, all those activists, you have to come back to do the right thing and give your name honor. I've listened to Dr. Cho. He made an audio. There's another man they call Pache. There's another man they call Niba, Ernest. All of them, 2,001 billion people saying the same thing. What are they saying in that audio? They said that it's because La Republique knows that the international community is hitting hard. The US Embassy is talking on the matter. Everybody is talking, and now I am trying, La Republique has hired me to make sure that I be an agent provocateur. I destroy Cho Ayaba and the ADF and the AGC and all of that. They even try to separate the ADF from the AGC. They are saying that they refuse now. That no, Cho Ayaba is not of the ADF. He's only for the political wing, for the AGC and all of those things. I laugh because, you see, when I first went to the US Congress and to the Senate, that I've gone many times. It's there. It's not far. It's 40 minutes drive or 30 something or less for me. When we went there, we as a people, I went there with my brother, Maybe I'll not be mentioning their names here. And when we're addressing things, when we finish talking, I'll come back to the nitty-gritties of what happened in the Senate. When we finish talking, Cho Ayaba just went and posted that because he saw that I've posted 2 times, 3 times about the Senate. This congressman has met me, this one, and the results were coming out. And I even announced that in the days ahead, a letter is going to come out signed by a letter led by U.S. Congress Senator Van Hollen and Ben Cardin. Ayaba Cho posted that no, they don't need no diplomacy. Diplomacy will not give us independence. This we have to fight, make a contender. So all of a sudden today, all of you people in the ADF, you have started saying that. You started saying that now because Eric Tataw knows that the U.S. is talking. This one is talking. This one is doing this. The one is doing that. The international community is talking. Who amongst all the activists and all the leaders drove his car, spent his time, his money, went to the Senate, went to the Congress? You even saw the picture that we took with the Congressman Carlson from Indiana. The AGC people, you could not even post, even to tweet. You've seen all the things that we do. Go to your walls. Dr. Cho, go to your comments. I always tap your comment and see everybody who comments under you is a fake profile. They have no name, no picture, and they only share your things, which shows that they are you. So, you come, the one activist who left his house, went to all the Congress offices here, the Senate offices here, many times. I still have the pictures. There's no need to even, Waters Keyaka has a screenshot I sent to him. When you now want to come and start talking about diplomacy, as if you have ever done any diplomacy, you said before that the dominant force was going to destroy everybody and move to Boya. Today, you are so scared. I want to congratulate you, Dr. Cho, but to also tell you that it's not too late. Come out, show remorse, apologize to the people of Southern Cameroon for the thing that you did in Guzang, for General Biebe and the others that you killed. Apologize and show yourself as a selfless person like Sisiku. Let me tell you something. I've always said it. I'm still going to say it. Dr. Cho, if I told you are a doctor, and Benedict Kwa, all of you, I see you said a lot of things. You said, oh, Eric Tataw is not working and stuff like that. I'm on live video. The FBI can investigate me. Anybody can investigate me. I have a full-time job. I mean jobs in the United States. I work and I pay my tax dollar. And that's why I can get to Ben Cardin's office. As a senator, I pay my tax dollar. What are you doing with it? I pay tax dollar. I work. I stay in this country. I'm legal in this country. So if some of you are jobless and you have taken this revolution as a live wire, as a lifetime service, as a full-time job, and you think you can come and say that Eric Tataw does not do this, I work. Please permit me talk privately on some things that will seem private. You know, as a director of publication, which most of you know already, everything we put out there on National Telegraph, we take care from our pockets to get the news, to get every information, to make all the calls. We do not depend on you or on money contributed by anybody. We are a transparent platform, as you all know. So, let me be very clear with you all that I am not using this platform like someone is trying to indicate to condemn the ADF or AGC. I'm just trying to let Dr. Cho Ayaba, if I thought he's a doctor, to know the reality. My friend wrote to me, one of my friends telling me that Cho has done this, has rented a space here in your head. I just laugh. You of the AGC are the people who have rented spaces in your heads. And you have created many fake profiles to attack one man, one little boy, Eric Tataw. This is me. I'm just here, not gone, only my face. Yet you create fake profiles, you cannot talk to me. Dr. Cho was the first person to make an audio and started talking about that guy who came and apologized, who did this. I have told you people that apology that I made, that you people refused, that apology is going to haunt all of you to the rest of your life. Dr. Cho and your gang, from all of you, Bo Herbert, Akwanga, all of you who think that you must be in charge, this is the attitude of Cho Ayaba Lucas and the ADF. They have this attitude, and the AGC, the attitude of, I must be in charge or I'll destroy it all. That is the attitude. Until you move away from that perspective, then you will have failed. So, if we as Ambazonians, we have not understood that it is primordial for us to speak the truth. Yesterday, I talked to my brother's conscience, to Tapang. I told him, Yannick Sikot is there. We told him and we solved problems. Mark told him, all of us. Because we cannot afford to be in this kind of level where they are killing people. I've shared pictures, horrible pictures with people. And if Cho Ayaba thinks that this issue is his father's property, he wants to put in his head. How people came yesterday, where did Eric Tataw come from? I can even come I can even come in this revolution even tomorrow. Assume that I'm not even come. Let me even come even tomorrow. It doesn't matter. The impact that you create in the time that you have been here, that is what matters. So, you know, we must understand that the AGC, you are trying to call for unity, but you are still trying to be arrogant and trying to be self-aggrandizing. If you want to call for unity, you want to apologize, look at what Tapang has done. Come out, all of you, and apologize. Say that no, it's true, let's work as a team. I will not go back to you to go and call you Dr. Cho and say come for unity. I've done that, I've apologized, I've cried, and from my heart, if I'm lying, God should strike me now dead. But a lot of you think that, oh, this issue was a joke and all of those stuff and all of those things. I want you to know one thing. You can do everything within your power. You will never sabotage me. You will never reduce an iota of my credibility. So long as I've never taken anybody's $1 and eaten in this revolution, so long as I've never done anything that's contrary to the aspiration of the Ambazonian people, you will never succeed to blackmail me. So it is just about time we all got into this boat, this Ambazonian aircraft, this flight 1961 that I used to push in the beginning of my live videos. Let us come together. If you want to come together, come out here and say, I am sorry. I cannot call Tapang any name anymore because he has apologized. And that's the strength of a man. I can never do that. Because when a man apologizes, you must take it. Tapang has never come and written that I'm sorry. So don't think that, why would he fake it? If he's faking it, why don't you also fake your acceptance? Because each time somebody apologizes and you refuse and you make a joke out of it, it is going to haunt you. The same way that my own apology is haunting Tapang. And I cannot put my position in Tapang's position. Because everybody has an opportunity to always do everything once and maybe. So we must come together as a team. We are not begging nobody. Please, don't get me confused. A lot of us have not understood. We are the center. We receive a lot of messages. We talk to people who are concerned about what is going on. We see pictures and people are crying. You might hate Tapang to the core. You might hate Cho Ayaba to the core. Like I told Waters Kayaka and other people that Cho has been compromised. I'm not changing that. When we want to come to unity, we can still take oath. Everybody, we can swear an oath that if you do this, this will happen to you. We're going to do those things. Because we need everybody to understand the fact that what is important at this juncture is for people to know that they are not indispensable in this movement. That is why I said that when I'll come back, you can Cho Ayaba, Kwa and the rest and all these other small fake activists that you have on social media. You can do 2 billion audios and take only 1 hour to neutralize all those nonsense. They're fake things that you say. And you will have to be your credibility. I'm not struggling to explain. I'm just trying to still tell you more truth. You are the one who is drawing snakes here, drawing flag here. Have you ever seen me mounting Cho on a flag or doing this, putting La Republic, connecting people's picture? I don't have time for those things. I don't have time. I cannot go and waste my time. I'm mounting a picture, putting Elisimit here, putting Padi Asanga here, putting this one here, putting John Egewan here, putting Sako here, putting this one. I don't have that time for that kind of stuff. We know, everybody knows who is who. You have all the time in the world. I take my time to get news for you to read. I've challenged the American embassy to sue me, the Cameroon embassy to sue me. You know, we must understand one thing. As a matter of fact, Dr. Cho, you have no choice. You can never be, has not beating the people, you will never beat the people. Take for example, look at the lie that you post lie. Even when Ivo is dead, you post still lie on Ivo's head. Let me go to this video from Bechati. I'll show you when that video was received. Please watch this video and see if you see General Ivo in that video. Because ADF, you think we have the video of what happened in Bechati, and I'm going to show you. The first time that Bechati Gendarmerie was destroyed, this is the video. If you see, I want to just show us. I still showed it, but I want to repeat it for emphasis. Now, this is the Bechati Gendarmerie. Now, you see, I want to show this one picture. If I will show the audio, I showed it before. This is Bechati. You see the Gendarmerie. This is the building. Look at this this hole, because that hole is in that video. That is a hole that was shown. You see, this is a pillar. Look at this pillar. You see the pillar? Look at this window. That's a window. Okay. That was a picture after the gendarmerie has been burnt. And the first person to report it is not taking credit. Eric Tataw was the first person to report it. This particular incident, because my sources on the ground gave me. Your sources can be fighters, they can be anybody. You have the right. For those who know. So if you come after Ivo has died, you are not even remorseful about Ivo's death, and you come out here, you still talk about Bechati, that Ivo went and set a camp there, he destroyed the gendarmerie. No. Listen. This is Bechati, this is a gendarmerie that was burning. This is a video. In the night. Is that Ivo's voice? So I don't want to show much about this entire video. You have seen all the things, the pillar, everything that they are showing, that hole. Let us watch it. And you hear the voice there. That's Bechati Lebialem. It was destroyed by the boys, some of the boys who put themselves together and later they joined the Red Dragon and all of those things. And so, after a lot of months have passed, you people will still come here. That's Bechati. You know, so we want to show it. All of you guys can write whatever you want. So that's a brigade in Bechati that was destroyed. It was never destroyed by General Ivo. General Ivo never set any camp in Bechati. Not at least, and not talk more of destroying a brigade. This is the video. I have all of these things in my archive. I'll never throw them away. You know, so, you know, let us be clear with all of you people to know that this is the pillar. You look the window, that's a pillar. The window, everything, that's it. You can see the fire that burned down Bechati Gendarmerie that fateful day. So when you look at all of this, you have listened to the voices, you can even see I have the video, but I cannot put it on Facebook because it is not necessary. So if you come and you don't have a thing to say, you say that this one was destroyed by Ivo, even a man that is dead, you people don't respect a dead man, you still use that boy's name to lie, you know. So we have to be clear on all of these things, and we must know that we are certain, and we are certain about a lot of the things that are going on. So we want to tell our brothers of the AGC that you people should come and beg for apology. Let us move on. Let us go and destroy La Republique. Beg for apology. If you have taken money, ask for forgiveness and put it out there. Let us all know, you know. And so we know. By the way, we want to thank Field Marshal, who has been very strong. We cannot communicate any strategy about what we want for other generals to do on Facebook. We know what we'll do backstage, but we want all of you to know that Field Marshal and the Red Dragons, they're in high spirit, and we must put it out there. Just to reply to somebody, one other fake profile that has written here about me being a federalist. If I were a federalist, I would not be afraid to come and say I'm an independentist, because there is no crime in you choosing your path, but in war there is no other opinion when you are in war. Just to remind you, we have track records. Eric Tataw was the only person who risked his life, drove his car, went to the Bowie Hall Library, if I'm not mistaken, if that's the right address, I still remember. And I sent Muzu and the rest out of the hall that they were holding Federalist meeting. They assaulted me. You all saw that. They called police on me. And when you want to talk, when I did that, when I went out there and disrupted the Federalist meeting, which by law is my right, what happened? The agency people you put out there, oh, we are not supposed to attack Federalists, who sent us there? You were critical. You criticized me because you wanted to prove a point. You're always looking for where to criticize somebody even for doing the right thing. And today you start making like you hate Federalists. No. I said before that we have two types of Federalists. We have guerrilla Federalists and the conventional Federalists. I've explained all of these things. I don't want to be repeating myself. Now, we want to announce and to thank our brother of the Oxford Event Center. I'm going to announce this because I'm getting to the Sisiku story. We want to thank one of our brothers, one of our men of God, who has revealed to us what the message that he dreamt about Sisiku, the big dream. Now, when I write something, always listen and do not misinterpret me. We have heard this man of God has done a lot of revelation about Milan and Nalowa.Is, and about what he dreamed, what came to his revelation about how Sisiku appeared in his dream and told him that it's something very breaking. But because, let me just do this real quick before I continue with that revelation from the man of God, which is very important. Thank you all for watching, those of you watching on YouTube. We also want to seize the opportunity to thank Honorable Weber. We know he'll be launching his book. We are going to do a special show for him. I want to get this, our brother who sent me a text. Perfect, I have it. Want to thank Brother Julius and the entire team of the Oxford Advanced Center, the hall. That is where, through our connection, the connection of this platform, we reach out to Brother Julius and his partners of the Oxford Advanced Center Oxford Events Center, please forgive me. Oxford Events Center. It is situated at 9700 Martin Luther King Jr. Highway in Lanham, Maryland. 9700 Martin Luther King Jr. Highway. I want to thank our brother who has offered us a money order of $1,200. To be honest, let's clap for him. He has offered us a money order of $1,200. Now, let us be very clear with everybody who does not understand what is going on. Why do I say so? We are shocked by what this our brother did. And he offered $1,200 because that hall is $1,500. And he said, for the sake of Sisiku, for the sake that I talked to him, what did he do? He immediately said that, okay, he was going to take off $1,200 and that we should pay only $300 for the cleaning of the hall so that he could pay people who clean the hall, arrange the chairs. That's an event center. People who go there, they know. It's $1,500. But he has given out $1,200. And we are so happy. We want to thank him and to encourage Ambazonians to look at people like that to always promote their businesses. Because for somebody to say, come and take this hall. He said, I reached out to him and said, Brother Tataw, you know what? You will never call for something and I will not react. I was so touched. And I asked that, but where is the favor coming from? And he said, no, don't worry. I cannot come and talk behind that, oh, I've rented a hall for 1.5 for Sisiku. No, it is not true. Somebody has given it and the person must be appreciated. And we cannot go and take money or make a budget and take extra 1-2 because we want to eat the money when somebody has given a hall. So I want to thank our brother for that gesture. This is huge. And we appreciate it very sincerely that brother, God bless you. God bless the entire team of the Oxford Events Center. So thank you so much, Brother Julius. For you to know, Brother Julius is from the BLM County. I met him in the house of one of our brothers, and the Grand Concho and Nostar. So we are going to make a note and send it out there so that people will know exactly what's going on. Before I forget, I want to use this opportunity to say that we extend sincerest condolences to our sister, our very strong activist, one of the strongest, Kemi Ashu, who is bereaved, who lost the mother. Please let us all say rest in peace to the mother of this great fighter. Sister, we are in you at this moment. I know that you've been in shock. I did not get your message until I read it on your Facebook page. And we have talked with Mark about it. All of us with Ashu Kingsley. We are actually very concerned. And we hope that you get stability soon and come back. So these are sincerest, condolences from all Southern Cameroonians on my behalf. I don't have the mandate to do that, but I just think that I should seize the opportunity since many people are watching at this moment. Over 2,000 people are watching at this moment. So I seize the opportunity to tell you that we are sorry for your loss, Sister Kemi. And as activists, we are going to be putting out something there to ensure that we also get out to you in one way or the other. So we say your mom should rest in peace. You are a great fighter. Don't relent. Keep it up. And then for our people in Nizam, I am going to also say that, you know, I received a Cash App number from, let me go out here, Mezam. I think this is it. So the people of Mezam, doing your program, I made a pledge that, let me be sure that I don't make any mistake. Okay. So I made a pledge for the people of Mezam. Just a minute. I think this is very important. You know how it is, you know. Okay, perfect. I think I got the number right for the Cash App. I just wanted to be sure. Let me confirm it once again. It ends in 05. Okay. Let me see this. So for the poor of Mezam, I made a pledge that, you know, it is part of my, I'm not showing anything because there are 2 billion Ambazonians who are 2 billion times richer than me, and all of us who talk on Facebook, like I always say, but they simply put themselves 305. I think 05. Yes, let me just confirm. Okay, this is it. So the poor of Mezam, I want to let you know that at this juncture, I'm sending the $100 that I pledge you. I want everybody to join the Mezam people to assist them. So this is my own $100. Okay, so I have sent this to Mezam County. I'm sure that they'll receive it. So let's join hands on deck and assist the Mezam people. So I have sent my own contribution as I pledged. And with that said, we have had the hall for Sisiku's event. And so everybody who's living in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, all other states in the United States of America, please, this is the time. Start booking your ticket. Want the White House to be full. We'll have that protest march from 9 a.m. at the White House. From 9 a.m. latest, we'll be there. We'll have that protest march from 9 a.m. And, you know, we will be there in our numbers to ensure that we support His Excellency Sisiku Ayoktabe Julius. Let us all be there 9 a.m. in front of the White House. The permit has already been secured by Mr. Eviction, I have been told. And let us be very clear about everything that is happening. 9 a.m. will be there, and then the event, the gala will be at from 7 p.m. at the Oxford Advanced Events Center. I've already given the address. I'm going to read the address again once more for clarity's sake for many people. So 9 a.m. on the 5th of January will be in front of the White House. Want everybody, I've had all my friends, many of them say they're coming from everywhere, from Ohio, everywhere. We have to be there to show Sisiku our undiluted love. And we will also, the event center, let me read it once more. Brother Julius from Lebialem County, thank you so much for your support. We probably have it at, this is 9700 Martin Luther King Junior Highway, Laham, Maryland. So we want everybody there from 7 p.m. We'll have that hall. It's already ready. We want to thank our brother for giving us that space. That space has been given with the $1,200 money order. So it's standing there. It's free. We have to pay just $300. Somebody said $100 is too small. We have many counties. I will try next time to add more. I think that is what I pledge to the Mezam people. We are going to do our best to continuously support various counties. So about the news from Sisiku, you know, in writing, you have to be satirical, because that's why I tell a lot of people that always listen to my live show, do not interpret. We have not communicated with Sisiku per se. When you say a breaking news from Sisiku, it means that it's an indirect communication, and something in the dream can be from somebody. If you say if a pastor says this is from God, it doesn't mean that he has talked with God directly or he met God one-on-one. So I'm just saying that a man of God gave a very strong revelation, talked to us about Sisiku, and he said it very clearly, something about Milan and Nalowa. So the baseline of the message from Sisiku is that from the dream that the man of God, the revelation that the man of God had from Sisiku came to his dream, is that we should work as a team and we should not hate anybody, because all of us are Southern Cameroonians and nobody can know who betrayed them until they get out. So that is the message from the man of God. I don't know if the man of God is speaking the truth. I cannot say it, but I trust that he's a man of God and I have the duty to give out this message. I also want all of you to also know that we have pleaded, a man of God pleaded with us that we should do a 3 days fasting and prayers from Wednesday to probably Saturday, so we can program that. We can beg, I can propose here that we should start this Wednesday that is coming, right? And then we end it on the 5th in the hall where we'll have Sisiku. So from Wednesday, please, at your individual level, I think the interim president, acting president will come and say this. At our individual level, we should make sure that everybody should be out there to ensure that we pray and we know you fast in your various houses and to put the message out there. So we need to fast from the 5th, from the 3 days fasting and prayer from Wednesday right to Saturday. I think 3 days or so. Wednesday, you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yes. So that is the 3 days. So we want to ensure that all of us take this so seriously. So some people are asking about why you listen to dreams. Dreams are very important, and I don't know why whether the pastor is speaking truth, but I believe that what he's saying is the truth, and I come to communicate it to you because the message is powerful, and the man of God has said it all, that Sisiku came to his dream, and Sisiku told him something very important about Nalowa and Milan, and that we should not concentrate ourselves on who betray who and who do not betray who, but at the end of the game is that we should come together as a team and we should work as a people, because that is exactly what everybody needs to do at this juncture. So that is the message, and we want to thank you so much. The cash app for Mezam, I think that we're going to put it in our wall. We don't want to give him cash app haphazardly. I want to thank all of you who are out there to ensure that, you know, everybody stays out there and stays safe and believe in the message, believe in the fact that our independence is right here. And just to go back to one thing which is core and part of Sisiku's message is that unity is strength. The dream is all out there and all of you should know. In the days ahead, we'll put out a general fund for people to contribute to support the event, the Sisiku event, so that we can have logistics. Anybody who has a support can get to me. We'll channel it to right sources. If you have drinks to support on that day, if you have whatever you're doing, and you know, whatever you can do, we also contacting people who do decoration. We want people who can support towards this project, community development. We want to thank our brother Paddy and every other person who has been doing great. Mark Bareta, thank you so much for the conference call yesterday. Yannick Sikor, thank you. Joshua Carr, thank you for reaching out to me. Salas Atefo, thank you. Want to thank all of you and to say that this is the time, and you know, we are indeed concerned about every little thing that comes from our leaders, be it through a dream or whatsoever. And we know that a lot of people here, they will be shocked because they were hoping to come and hear that, oh, it was Sisiku said that it was Milan who betrayed me or this. We have not communicated with Sisiku. We have never communicated with him. And it could be direct, indirectly, or through dreams. But the fact is that we have stated here very clearly that every Southern Cameroonian, especially those of the AGC, you must come on deck and begin to apologize and stop all these conspiracy theories about all these audios that you are doing left, right, center. It doesn't help nobody. God bless you and stay blessed. We'll still come live in the days ahead to continuously, you know, talk about our leaders. So 5th of January, we need everybody out there to come in all power, all flesh, and it's going to be in front of the White House. Everybody in the United States. Ekembe Emmanuel, my friend in the UK, you have to organize your own activists in the UK. Mark Barita, Ufaka Eugene, Ufa Eugene, all the activists who have concern about Sisiku. Tapang Ivo, my brother and friend, thank you. I'm not romancing with you, but I'm very concerned and I'm touched by the fact that you could push issues of unity on your wall. And no matter what anybody says, it's not issue about romance. It's taking 2018, wiping, deleting all the confusion, all the disunity, and moving into 2019 with a new spirit. And in 2019, from 5th January, we are going to crush anybody who tries to bring disunity. I already told some activists yesterday that, of course, it is very clear that when unity will come, they will be left out of it completely. And Tapang has taken the lead. We are not romancing with Tapang. Tapang has openly, Tapang just opened his comment on his box. Thank you so much, bro. You're following and you now understand that people need to talk to you. That is what is most important. And let's stay concerned and committed, and let's respect anybody who comes to apologize. There is no thing as powerful as an apology. If somebody has apologized, ensure that you go back and you reflect. Every Southern Cameroonian can just type "I'm sorry" on their wall, and the whole game will be over. This is the moment. Let's come out there as a team. And Dr. Cho and your team, move out from that fake audios that you do, those conspiracy theories. Come out there and ensure that you forget about all this manipulation. Forget about all these people you put out there to do fake audios. It is never going to get to me, and it's never going to put me down, because listen, some of you talk about my dad. I just pray for you guys because you don't know the cases you are bringing upon yourself. My dad died in 2003, and he did not die because of Ambazonia. He died because he was supposed to die. And I asked myself that if my dad can die not fighting this thing, why should I not die for fighting this thing? You must fight for a reason. You must die for a reason. So all of you making noise left, right, center, and stuff like that, just look at you and laugh. And this is the time for you all to know that we have passed that stage of you, Dr. Cho, going and calling Benedict Quadra, make this audio against Tataw. I don't call nobody to do no audios for me. I am alone here. I can stand it out here. Everybody just type "I'm sorry." Type "I'm sorry." Do not ask questions about how genuine somebody's apology is. Get concerned about the fact that it's an apology. And you can be careful. If you want to be careful, you can give your heart to. The decision is yours. Tapang has already given himself to God. Tapang has thrown it out there. If you like, you accept it like I did, no problem. Now, my apology stands, but it's clear that I'm not going to take nonsense from anybody who wants to destroy the revolution. So this is the time for everybody. Type "I'm sorry." Ambazonia Bobo, you're a brother, you're a friend. You must always make sure that you get consent. Tapang has done his own. If Tapang dies today, God forbid, he's going straight to heaven. Straight to heaven. And if you die today after rejecting his apology, you are going straight to hell. Those are the things that you should put in mind. And we must be sure about the fact that everybody thinks that when somebody apologizes, the person has apologized. And we must move away from that. Tapang can be whatever you describe. I'm not going to look at those things anymore. I'm looking at the fact that he has apologized and he's sincere, and he will have his responsibility based on how his responsibility in this revolution will be based on how he's going to build his trust henceforth. Anybody who comes in here, if you can contribute $25,000 through me for the poor of Chicago, because you trust me. And so anybody will have their responsibilities will be based on their credibility and how people trust them. Tapang can build it up 2 billion times more than Eric Tataw in the next few days, depending on how he takes it and depending on all of those things. So this is the time that we must know. His apology is published, his audio is everything. He's spoken with me, he's spoken with Mark, and we accept it. And of course, that is how we're going to move forward. No matter what you like it. I've told Tapang, forget these groups. Eric Tataw is not. Joshua Carr will tell you. The other day we were in a conference call asking for accountability from various leaders. So this is not a joke. So I'm done, and I think that I've explained everything. I've related the dream from the man of God from Sisiku. It was a dream, and you must take it, and believe in it, and know that all of us have to move forward. New Year is coming, and if you want to move with that habit, that's your problem. But from 5th January, any activity will still be talking divide here, this. If Joe Ayaba comes and does rubbish, we're going to put it out. That this is nonsense. Don't say this it didn't happen. Just like we have done the case of Bechati. So let us be clear about it. So thank you all very much. God bless you. Thank you for coming out very hugely to watch. God bless you. I also want to seize the opportunity to wish this witch and wish. They always get people confused. But anyways, to wish Milan And Nalowa.Is, everybody, all of you in South Africa, all of you in the US, all of you, to wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, that we have to stay as a family, because that is the message from the man of God. That is a big dream that we cannot ignore. Thank you so much, and we pray that our leaders remain safe. We have to come out on the feet to support them. Thank you so much. We'll read the hall once more. You can copy the hall for all those of you in Maryland. We'll have it from 7 p.m. On, upwards on the 5th of January. That's going to be the gala for Sisiku. It's at the Oxford Events Center. It is at 9700 Martin Luther King Jr. Highway, Laham, Maryland. And of course, the march is going to be at the White House and in front of the White House from 9 p.m. So thank you once more. God bless you and have a splendid weekend. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you on Sunday. God bless you, and put your acts together and accept your brother's apology. And for those who have not apologized, who want to continuously bring divide, you've seen even our other brother in Canada and the rest. I've started talking about unity, these, let's come together, but they always destroyed everything. And that's why I've said that they don't matter if they don't think that we have to unite. Any activist who comes and says, I'm sorry, all of you forgive me for the wrong things I've done, accept it. Goodbye, God bless you, and Happy New Year once more. Bye-bye.